Hey guys, and welcome to episode 7 of whatever I call this, where I show off the NASCAR diecast that I have. Now we are on to episode 7. I think I might have actually already said that, but first two episodes, or no, the first episode were these two boxes. That's what I meant to say. Episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5 were this. That was episode 6, so if you missed any of these, then you can go check those out. In episode 7, I always show this at the beginning of every episode, and now it's time to finally start showing it off. So let's do the bottom first, I guess. They're still pretty new, but they are the older of the two shelves here. And besides, I think the top one has not necessarily more cards, but more miscellaneous stuff in the back as well. So anyway, I guess we're moving from the front because I've already started like that. So the first one we have here, like I said, a lot of these are going to be fairly new. This one is 2016, made by Lionel. It is a Gordon car. Obviously it is not a real car, but it is the combination of his original Rainbow Warriors car. In the middle you have his last paint scheme in the 24 from 2015 in Homestead, and on the back you have the current Chase Elliott paint scheme. Well, I guess technically last year's, but same thing. So yeah, I do like this, even though it is not a real paint scheme. I still do like that they made this, and it looks really nice. This next one is 2016, made by Lionel. It is the Kyle Busch number 18 Snickers car. I like how with these new ones, you know, they have their names on the windshield there, so I don't have to look too hard. Anyway, there it is. And I don't understand the front here, how the Snickers kind of goes off the side. I guess it's not just Snickers, it's Snickers Crisper, my bad. But I still don't understand that logo choice on the hood, but either way, still nice. This next one is, what year is this? 2015 Lionel. This is a Chase Elliott car. Look at the numbers, and don't the numbers look really nice? They do. But anyway, this is the Xfinity car that he used in Daytona of that year. Tax Slayer on it. I think he won, if I remember right. But anyway, there's that. This next one is 2016 Lionel. It is the David Reagan number 23 Shriners Hospital for Children's car. Now this was used either in the Coke 600 or, actually no, I guess he would have used a different paint scheme for Darlington, so I guess this was the Coke 600 car. And actually, now that I think about it, I do actually think that this was the Daytona July 4th car, because if it were the Coke 600 car, it would have like a soldier's name, or just anyone who served, it would have their name up there, but this says Reagan on it, so this was most likely the patriotic July 4th car. This next one is 2012 Lionel. It is the number 33 BB&T Bank car of Clint Boyer. And to be honest, this is probably one of the oldest ones you're going to see from this shelf. I don't have too many old ones up here. These are, for the most part, the newest ones. This next one is 2016 Cheez-It at the Glen 255 car. I mean, it's just a car. There's a lot of dust on that. It's a car that was actually made for the race. last year that I went to in Watkins Glen, so I just picked one up. Obviously not a real car, but still looks nice for a promotional car. This next one is a 2017 Lionel car. Is the number 43 Eric Almirola Smithfield car. As you can see, the main difference from previous years is that the roof number is orange. Usually that was just white, but this year it is actually orange. This next one is 2000 and that's kind of weird. This is big enough for you guys to see, I think. It says 2012 right there, but look at the model. It's a test car for Jimmy Johnson. That's the paint scheme, but there's no way this is 2012. They wouldn't have known whatever generation car they're on would have the nameplate on the windshield. So maybe the base of it was made in 2012, but this is probably 2015, I'd say, the actual paint scheme of the test car. This next one also says 2012, but I know it's not. It's the 2015 Dale Jr. Nationwide car. Thought I was going to say something else, but if I was, I just completely forgot it. And yeah, well, I think the original Nationwide car that he had, the numbers kind of go over the side here, if you can see that, over the curb, if you will. I mean, it's a little weird, but I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. This next one is a 2015 Lionel Joey Logano winner's car. I don't know which winner this is. I actually have wherever they are, somewhere. Oh, they're actually, we will get to that next episode because the cards for all the winners and other stuff is right over there. So we will get to that next episode with all the winner cars and stuff. You'll find out what this is from. Ooh, the suspense is real. Anyway, it's just, you know, his normal paint scheme with some confetti on it. This next one is 2016 Joey Logano Penzo card. This is the normal one. This is not the winner's one. So this is, you know, like I said, it's the normal paint scheme. This next one is a 2015. They keep saying 2012, but I don't know why, because this is clearly not 2012. Harvick, number 4, Jimmy John's car. And pretty much the same basic paint scheme they've always had. Next one is a 2015 Brad Keselowski Blue Deuce car. Of course, the cars that they sell in stores do not have the beer sponsors on it. So this instead just says Blue Deuce. Still has this checkered flag foundation on the back. And the white tires. Next one is a 2015 Dale Jr. number 88 National Guard Superman car. Or is this 2014? I guess it's 14. But either way, really nice, really nice. Because 14 was the last year of National Guard, I think. Next one is a 2015 Jimmy Johnson Patriotic car. Or is this another 14? It's one of the two. They don't say on the bottom. It still just says 2012. So it's hard for me to tell. I'm just taking a guess. This may actually be 2014 because I think that's before they started putting the soldiers' names on the windshield there. And this is obviously the Coke 600 car because he uses a paint scheme much like this there every year. Dust. This next one is does this actually have something on it? Yes, it is a 2016 Lionel Dale Jr. Nationwide Batman car from when Batman vs. Superman was coming out. I do have the opposite end of this car, that being the Superman paint scheme as well. I actually didn't check to see if it was on the same shelf or not, but you'll see it definitely, if not this episode, next episode. Anyway, nice looking gray car there. Next one is a 2015 Dale Jr. Mountain Dew Shine car. I believe he raced this at Martinsville, if I remember right. I don't know why I remembered that specifically, I just do. Ha, Mountain Dew. And yeah, different paint scheme, but I like it. Actually, to be honest, I kind of forgot about this car. This next one, I don't know. I don't really have to look that hard to know that is the 2015 Jeff Gordon Final Ride car. This is the car that was partially on here. As you can see, the middle is the same. If I can get this correctly. There you go. And it is from Homestead, Miami. This is the last ride in 24 car in 2015. Oh, and on the back, congratulations, Jeff. There, focus. There it is. Okay. So this next one is a 2017 Casey Kane number 5 Farmers Insurance car. Once again, it's the same basic paint scheme. There's a little less secondary sponsorship on this side because, you know, Time Warner Cable is now Spectrum, and I guess Spectrum doesn't want to advertise this car anymore, so that's kind of gone. But, you know, other than that, same basic paint scheme that you always have. These next two, actually, I should probably pair these two together. These next two, I got in, where did I get these? I think Cooperstown. I don't remember why they were selling. I don't remember why they were really selling these cars there, but they were. I actually have a bigger version over there on the shelf that was actually from Yankee Stadium, but this is from Cooperstown, and they did this for all the teams, but of course I got this one, the home car, if you will, with the pinstripes and everything, and then the away car, the gray in the American League, and all that good stuff. Obviously not real cars. Next one is a 2017 Lionel number 88 Dale Jr. Nationwide car. Obviously the car that we're all used to him racing for this year. A little bit different than previous years, a little bit more white in it. Next one is a 2012, this one really is a 2012, number 47 Bobby Labonte Kingsford car. One of Bobby Labonte's last full-time rides. Of course, I don't actually know if he did it this year or not, but I know the last couple years he's raced a couple races with the 32 car, but they're not that competitive. Actually, no, because De Benedetto is a full-time ride with that car this year, so can't. This next one is also 2012. I'm trying to read the name, actually. Okay. It's the number 34 Bear Jackson Auctions car, driven by David Reagan. Sorry if the camera was shaking. I had an itch. But yeah, it's basically just a black car. It says Bear Jackson on it. Actually, at the time, I was kind of surprised they made this because 34, you know, again, isn't the most competitive car. And we're having a string of 2012s here. This is the Eric Almirola STP 2012 car. I think I might have said that already, but I don't know. I was looking for something else to say. This one is actually more of a throwback to the 60s and 70s. And yeah, pretty cool. Next one is a 2014 Dale Jr. National Guard car. I believe this car I actually picked up at Pocono of that year. That's why, I mean, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it does look a little bit different. It looks a little skinnier. But, yeah, picked this up at Pocono. And, yeah, once again, last year of National Guard. Ooh, did not mean to make them collide. Next one is a 2012 Kevin Harvick number 29 Budweiser Armed Forces car. I believe this is the car from Coke 600, and I think he won with this, if I remember right. Budweiser's kind of going up over the lip here. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but anyway. Next one is another 2012. This one is a Carl Ludbird Scott's Easy Seed car. I don't remember exactly how often he used this car. I think he used it for, what was it called at the time? Budweiser Shootout at that time. And a couple other races, I'm sure. This next one is a 2014 Tony Stewart number 14 Mobile One Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats car. I don't know why I added all the other sponsors, but oh well. This one is a 2012, another Tony Stewart, but this is the orange Burger King car. I do actually like this car. This is a nice looking car. Nice, nice, nice. This is not the one that he won Daytona with. That was more of a blue Burger King car, which I'm sure I've probably actually gone over in a previous episode. This one is a 2012 Denny Hamlin number 11 FedEx Freight car. You can no longer see the colors for Denny Hamlin because they have switched all the FedEx colors to orange. Next one is a 2012 Dale Jr. National Guard camouflage car. So I'm pretty sure this one was used in Daytona for the July race of 2012. They make it nice and big on this one, and it actually is 2012, so I like it. Next one is a 2017 Ryan Newman number 31 Caterpillar car. And this is probably one of the few times that they've really changed their paint scheme. But it was for the better. It's really nice looking. I've made it kind of like a circle here. I didn't mean to do that, but that's what I did. This next one is, I don't know how rare it really is, but technically it has never been and never will be raced. It is a 2017 Danica Patrick Nature's Bakery car. Pretty much the reason why I picked this one up is just the fact that it's never actually going to be used, and I don't know how long they're going to be in stores. So I just decided to pick it up, and yeah, pretty cool knowing that this is not actually going to be used in real life. Next one is a 2017 Brad Keselowski number 2 Auto Trader car. There's a similar one. I don't have it, but there is a similar one for Joey Logano. It's the same exact paint scheme, but of course the 22. Like I said, I don't have that car, but I just want to point out that there is that as well. Next one is a 2017 version of the Kevin Harvick number 4 Jimmy John's car. As you can see, a little bit updated. You have the Ford up there instead of the Chevy. The paint scheme itself is a little bit different. Let's actually compare it on the side here. You see, first of all, the Jimmy John's logo on the back quarter panel is a little bit smaller in the new one. The black line kind of goes down. This one just goes straight. Has the back look white, black. Then the hood, a little bit curved more as well on the new one. And the roof finally is black versus the old white. Next one is a 2017 Chase Elliott number 24 Napa car, which actually, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but from the side it kind of looks like the 2001 Napa car in a way, I guess because of the yellow. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that, but that's what I think. Next one is a 2016 number 6 Darrell Wallace Jr. Ford car. This is obviously a throwback car used in Darlington, and I think probably the only Darrell Wallace car that I have, but still pretty nice looking. Next one is, as you can see, well, not you can see yet, but as you will see, it's a fantasy car. I just want to see the year on it, and there is a year, 2000. It's just this souped up Dale Jr. car. I don't know where this came from. And you know, it has a bottom detailed, and the tires actually have grip to them, which is not realistic. But anyway, that's that. This next one is a 2008, I guess at the time, Rolex series, Daytona prototype, whatever it is. I don't know where the wing went, but this is Le Mans, Daytona prototype, whatever it is. I watch it, but I'm still not too educated on all this. Open. Maybe it doesn't open like I thought it did, but oh well, I can't get it. But anyway, that's that. Next one is a Chip Ganassi number 02. This is also a Daytona prototype / Le Mans car. I think this one's a Daytona one. Again, the back, no idea. But the rest of it I still have. Nice. Next one, we are back to NASCAR now. This is a 2012 Lionel number 31 Jeff Burton Wheaties car. I think probably one of the last Wheaties car to ever be run. Damn, all this dust is making my nose tickle now. Because these are, you know, on the shelf out in the open, so these ones collect a lot of dust. This next one is 2014 Dale Jr. Michael Baker International car. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually do have a duplicate. I don't know if I actually know. That was the one that was in the bottom here, so I think I have shown that in the first episode. And actually, something I do want to point out now that I'm thinking about it before I forget. I'm probably going to include this, but once I'm done with these shelves, in the middle of this series, I did move around some cars from there into one of those cases. So either the end of this episode or next episode, I'm going to have a little bit extra for the cars in whatever case I put those in, because like I said, in the middle of this series starting, I actually got some new diecasts, so I had to move some from there over there, so there'll be some extras as well, most likely next episode. This next one is a 2012 one. Number 29, Kevin Harvick, Budweiser, Prohibition Ends at Last car. With the kind of old time Budweiser car. I don't exactly remember what race this was at, but it was run. I remember the commercial though, surprisingly enough. Next one is a 2012 Jeff Gordon number 24 Drive to End Hunger car, which he still promotes in commercials. If you've seen that, it's kind of becoming everywhere now. That one commercial for AARP. Next one is a 2012 number 20 Joey Logano Home Depot car. This was last year with Joe Gibbs Racing. I don't know why the model looks a little bit off. Maybe that's just because I'm not used to the old model anymore. But yeah, pretty much a boring paint scheme, all orange. Next one is 2012 David Rudman 00 Best Western car. And there you go. Anyone want to call Best Western? There you go, 1-800-WESTERN. This one is a 2012 number 55. Is this Mark Martin? Yes, it is. Mark Martin, number 55, Aaron's car. And there it is. These cars are really making my hands feel weird because, again, all the dust. We're down to 2 to go with these kinds of cars, and we have, you know, some extras back there. This next one is a 2012 Kyle Busch flag paint scheme. I don't know. It's a 911 paint scheme. I don't know if this was actually used or not. I don't remember. I know the number 40 Sterling Marlin car was, but I don't remember if this ever was or not. I don't recall ever seeing it, but you never know. This next one is a 2012 Patriotic number 29 Kevin Harvick Budweiser car. And stars and stripes everywhere. Foldsofhonor.org. So anyway, that's all the normal cars. Now we have some extras. So we're going to pull out this. Is this 124? I feel like this is a little in between. It's obviously not 164, and I don't think it's 124. But what year is this? This is 2010. Made by... Can I actually read what... Motorsports Authentics. That giant M, that this entire series, I never knew what it stood for. I can actually see what it says on this bigger car. It's Motorsports Authentics. I now know. Anyway, this is a 2010 Nationwide Danica Patrick car. The car that she finished like, what, 36 in every race? Yep. Next one is from, I guess, one of those things where, you know, you have lanes on a track, and then you start them up and they move by themselves along the track, and you create the track. This is just judging by the paint scheme, I think this is 2009. But yeah, there's one of the two. Oh my. Anyway, this is the other one. Carl Edwards, 2009 car. Ask about it at work. Nope. Well, since the hoods fell, might as well go over those. First one is the Danica Patrick hood, which went with this car. And these all do come in the packages if you buy them at the store. Actually, they may even come if you order them online. I have no idea. I used to order them online. That's why I have so many 2012 ones. But recently, over the past couple years, I've been using just stores like Target and Walmart. Just according online, they say they have in Dollar General. I've been to Dollar General here. There's, at least in my town, they don't have them there. But anyway, this next one is the 43 Eric Almirola Smithfield hood, which obviously goes to this car. This one actually has his signature on it as well. The Danica one did not. Just more dust. This next one is the Dale Jr. with his signature, number 88 Nationwide car, which goes with this. I mean hood, that's what I meant to say. And it goes with that car. And we have the Ryan Newman signed 31 Caterpillar hood. Oh, and by the way, we are coming to an end to the hoods on this shelf, but trust me, there's many, many more back there on the top one. This next one is another signed Brad Keselowski Auto Trader car. Where did that car go? There it is. And yeah, that's paired with that one. And this looks like the last one. This is just the Kevin Harvick not signed Jimmy John's car hood. I keep saying car, I mean hood. And something that I guess all of them had, but I just neglected to mention them or even realize them, is that they do have kind of the bolts there like a real hood should. Interesting. And this one is a container of some kind. I believe probably got this from my grandfather from Illinois. I have some other stuff that I got from him as well. I think a couple of the cars that I did show off were from there. Like, I don't remember all of them, but for example, the Ryan Newman Mobile 1 car, that was from him. And there's some stuff on the shelf, which, you know, future series. Some foam at the bottom. Not sure what that's all about. I don't know what was ever in here. Right now it's empty. Let's see. Dale Jr. tire container. This next one is actually an ornament. We actually have several of them. I don't remember why we have several of them. One of them is actually put on the tree, and this one I just keep up here. This is rookie year, I believe, 2002. And you know, you have 2000 NASCAR Busch Series, finished 10th in points, 3rd place honors for Rebesto's Rookie of the Year. 2001, won NASCAR Busch Series inaugural race in Chicago. 2001, first NASCAR Winston Cup start. 2002, NASCAR Winston Cup Series, finished 5th in points, 3 wins, 21 top 10 finishes, 2nd place honors for Rebesto's Rookie of the Year. And there you go. And now we have a bunch of the boxes that Lionel used to do for all the cars. Now, this year and last year, they're mostly doing the hoods, but now they are doing the boxes. And something I just realized, some of these hoods are actually magnetic. Not these ones, which is why they're there, but there are some other ones that are magnetic. I don't know what determines whether they're magnetic or not, but like some of them are magnetic, some of them are not. This one, some of these boxes may not be paired with these ones either. The hoods just happen to be all paired with ones I've shown, but some of these are not ones I've shown yet, but the boxes are on this shelf, so I'm going to show them anyway. Denny Hamlin, and they have little categories there. This one's just a race winner, the Denny Hamlin FedEx Express car. AJ Allmendinger, race winner. Greg Biffle, Great Racers pack. I'm just going to flip them to the side because, you know, the back is just an empty window, kind of. Dale Jr. Xfinity Series Tax Slayer car. That was not the Chase Elliott one that I showed before, by the way. Future Stars Casey Kane, which is kind of weird that they labeled him as Future Stars because he's been in the sport for a long time now. Again, Truex Future Stars, which I'm not entirely sure about because he's been in the Cup Series for 11 years. Jimmy Johnson, Great Racers. I don't know why this is kind of bent up, but it is. Kevin Harvick in his Diecasts car, Great Racers. Tony Stewart, Hard Drivers car. Jeff Gordon in his 3M car, Great Racers. Kevin Harvick, Jimmy John's Great Racers. And finally, we have Jamie McMurray, Future Stars, #1, Cessna box. Anyway, we have completely cleaned out this shelf. Now I have to put everything back, but we have cleaned it out. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Like I said, number 8 will be this shelf plus anything I put in those boxes over there. And other than that, I will see you guys next week.